Hey everybody, it's Cindy with the Celebration Company coming to you today with a craft that you could make for Mother's Day. You could make this for your mom, or you could make this for your grandmother, or you can make it for a person who maybe doesn't have their mom anymore, but you want to do something special for them because you know that Mother's Day is a hard day for them. You could make it for your daughter who maybe made you a grandmother, or just for the fact that she made you a mom. All kinds of options as to what you could do or how you could use this as a gift. Of course, you don't even have to use it for Mother's Day. You can do it for a birthday or any other occasion. At the Celebration Company, we are all about celebrating, and we don't have to have a reason to do it. You know, if we just want to do something special for somebody, we do that. We celebrate that person. And we hope that as we have gone along in these last several weeks, that we've encouraged you all to celebrate life, to celebrate every single day that you're given, because that's what it's all about. Using our days to live the life that God intends us to live. And I hope that you all are doing that. Thank you for joining me today. Say hi in the comments, and we definitely will respond. Even though this is a recorded video, we still want to hear from you, and we will be responding to you as we can get to the messages. So let's get started. I'm going to make a little flower pot with a wooden flower in it. I bought this little pot. I was trying to think where I got it. I believe I got it at Walmart, and it's really cute. I think it was like $2.99 maybe. Pretty inexpensive. It's ceramic, and it's got a glazed white coating on it. And then the little wooden flowers I got from Michael's. Michael's. I'm sorry guys, I get so confused of where we get things. This came from Michael's. It was in their dollar bin, and they were $1 for a package of 5. And so I thought that was a smoking good deal, and I had a 20% off coupon, so I got them for 80 cents. So, you know, that's less than 20 cents a piece for each one. Super inexpensive. And I think I'm gonna try to do a little decoupage on it with this pretty fabric that I bought one day. Oh mercy, where did I get this from? I don't know. I honestly don't remember where I got this. For some reason, I want to say Walmart, but that may not be right. But it was just a little, you know, just one of those little fat quarters or whatever they call them is all that it was. It kind of came, yes, it was Walmart. I remember now. This is actually a yard, but it's the same premise. This isn't a yard. This is just a little piece. But it was the same premise, and I did get it at Walmart. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is to decoupage or cut a piece of fabric, and I'm going to turn it over on the back, and then I'm just going to trace around it with a pen in order for me to cut it out. So let's do that. I love flowers. It's just one of my very favorite things. I love to see them grow and come back in the spring. And then I'm going to take my fabric scissors and I'm going to cut this out. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut around it. And these scissors are not my good ones. Let me get these. It's about time for me to invest in a new pair, I think. But that one has got this other one has got a little nick in it. Somehow, a long time ago, somebody used it for something they weren't supposed to. So it's got a little nick in it, which makes them hard to use. So then I'm just going to cut as you can see, I've traced around my flower, and now I'm going to cut this out. I think I'm getting a little shaky. I must be getting hungry. But anyway, as I was saying, I love flowers. I love to see them. I do not like to garden. My husband takes care of our yard, and every year we go and I pick out the flowers that I like, but he plants them. I will help keep them watered. And actually last year is the first year in, I couldn't tell you when, that I actually was able to keep my flowers alive until the end of the summer. And you know why? Because of COVID. Because you couldn't go anywhere, you couldn't do anything, so we stayed home, and I was able to water my flowers every day. And you know, I didn't forget about it. And so there is something to be said about spending some time at home and taking care of the things you need to take care of. So, but you know, one of my favorite things, I am not an artist as far as drawing type thing. My brother is amazing. He's an amazing artist. One of these days I'll have to show you a painting that he did for me, but he is phenomenal. But me, I can't draw things in perspective like he can. You know, he can make a horse look like it's standing in a field. If I draw you a horse, it's going to look like a stick horse type thing. But I like to draw flowers, and they have no depth to them. They're just flat, but it's just one of my favorite things to draw. It always has been. And I can sit and doodle a whole page of nothing but flowers and caterpillars and butterflies and grass and clouds and a sun, and you know, looks like something a 10-year-old would do. So here it is. And you know what? I didn't even think to look at the fabric before I cut this out, but it looks like it did a pretty good job of picking some colors. You know, you wouldn't want to, like, you know, you would want to make sure that you got a healthy arrangement like this one right here of flowers when you're cutting it out. So it looks like I lucked up. Otherwise, we might have had to do it again. All right, so now I'm just going to take my flower. I had a piece of paper to lay this on. I don't know what I've done with it. Isn't that, it's underneath. It's underneath this, but we'll still use it. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put me some Mod Podge on here. And then just brush it around. Sorry guys, I've got my fan going. I'm burning up. My hair is blowing in my face. But we haven't turned the air on yet, and I'm upstairs, and it is hot up here. I checked the temperature a while ago, and downstairs it's like 71 degrees, and for me that is hot. So I've just got a thin coat of Mod Podge on there, and now I'm going to glue my flower down. And I'm praying that it doesn't matter how I lay it down, that the petals will be the same, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. So bear with me while I try to work this puzzle, because basically that's what it is. I guess I should have paid more attention to that. Some more because it's not sticking. Hopefully this will be enough this time. So then just smooth it out like that. So pretty. There it is. Isn't that pretty? But you can see on the back side, it's just a smidge big. So I'm gonna try to sand this off. And somebody the other day told us to try using a fingernail file. So I brought some up here, and that's what I'm gonna try to do. And I'm gonna let it dry for just a minute. Now I have this, you know, y'all may have seen me make the wreath the other day out of the 2-inch half wooden balls. Well, before I ordered those, I had ordered this bag of half balls. Here they are. And there are multiple sizes in here. There's a 25 millimeter, a 20, a 25, and a 30, and there's 100 pieces in here. And so, obviously, when I got this in, I realized real quick, that's not what I wanted. That's not the right size. But I kept them because I figured we'd use them. And so today I'm going to use one. So let's see here. There's 3 sizes, it says. So got that. And that. So there's the 3 sizes. Not too sure. Yeah, that's it. And so you can see there is the sizing that we're talking about. I will include a link in the comments for this in case you all are interested in ordering them. They were like, I want to say $8.99 or something. I mean, pretty reasonable for 100 pieces. And so the biggest one is an inch. The biggest one is an inch wide. The middle one is 3/4 of an inch, and the little one is 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5/8 of an inch. So it's not quite 3/4, but it's a little more than a half. So that's what I've got. And then I'm gonna paint the center of this to go in the center of our flower. I think I'm gonna paint it yellow. I'm using apple barrel, and it's called Sunbeam. So we're just gonna use a smidge of this. I just don't have all my stuff that I need. Another piece of this paper. Put me some out on. There we go. Because you're not going to need hardly any. And then we're just going to paint it. It's going to be pretty with this fabric because it's such a pretty shade of yellow. Get this painted, and naturally it's hard to hold, so can you all see what I'm doing? And it dries really quick, so you know you can go ahead and keep adding your paint to get it the exact color density that you want. And then while this dries, we'll sand the edges of our flower. All right, we'll let that dry for a minute. And then we'll use a file and you know, the thing about this, using a file for this on this particular project, is because the flour has got little points in it, and so it's perfect to get right down in there rather than trying to hold a piece of sandpaper on your finger and do it. This works beautifully. I just love the way decoupage works and how it just completely transforms what you're working on. Now we may have to come back and cut some strings, but I think this is going to do the trick. After we're done with it, I'll come back and put another coat of decoupage on it because it's fraying just a tiny bit, and I'm afraid that if we don't put some decoupage on or some Mod Podge on it, that it might go ahead and continue to fray, and then it'll get to looking bad over time. So that's what we'll do. You can see how it's coming off. So far that's what we have. Just got a little tiny bit more to get off. Okay, and there we go. So I'm going to put just a little bit more Mod Podge on this. You want to try to really get around the edges of it to make sure it's good and sealed. Didn't get enough. Okay, and I went around the edges too, just to kind of lay those frayed edges down a little tiny bit, but I think it's going to be just fine. So it's all laid down, and then let's check out our wooden ball here. Looks good. I think it's going to be cute on there. I'm going to give it one more quick coat. Oops. Okay, I think that'll be good. Now, I've already put some styrofoam. Whoop, well, that was cute, wasn't it? I have a little bit of styrofoam that I'm just going to put down at the bottom of my container. And I actually have another little piece here that I'm just going to stick down in there too to make sure it's good and snug and it's not going to move like that. And then I have these wooden sticks, these raw sticks that I got at Hobby Lobby. Got them right before Christmas. I think they were like $3.99, $2.99, and they were probably either 40 or 50% off. But that's what I'm going to glue my flour to. So this is still drying. I'm going to plug up my hair dryer. So we can dry this real quick. So now let's just put a little bit of hot glue on the end of this stick. Uh-oh, my glue gun turned off. Dang it, don't you hate when that happens? It turned off, so let's just wait a second. Excuse me. I still got a few little ravelings that I'm just going to cut off. Sorry. Tickling my throat. Come on. It shouldn't take long. I hope everybody's having a good day, and if I didn't say so, y'all please be sure to let us know that you're watching. I can't remember what I said at the beginning, but we will definitely comment back. We love to know that you're on and that you're watching and where you're from. So be sure to say hi. Hope everybody is having a good week so far. Let's see, today is Tuesday when I'm recording this. Even though this is for Mother's Day, we've been trying to get some things done ahead and, you know, just to be able to have some things ready on the fly. And so we've been doing some prep work ahead of time. And so today I'm recording for a Mother's Day gift, but also so that you all have time. If you wanted to recreate this, you can do it yourself. And, you know, I went and bought a white pot. Obviously, you can use whatever color you want. You could use like a little galvanized pail. So many different things that you could use. You could use a terracotta pot. Just options are endless. Whatever you find that you like, that you wanted to put a wooden flower in, would be totally fine to use. This sucker is still, maybe I need another stick. Let's see if that helps. Yes. I'm struggling. I can't get my glue gun to heat up. That's kind of embarrassing, isn't it? It's like waiting for a watch pot to boil. Just doesn't. doesn't work that way. So there we do. Go. Cute little flower. That's not hot enough for it to stick. We'll have to try again. Hopefully that'll hold. So, there you go. I hate all the glue strings. They get on my nerves so bad. And so then we will glue on our little center. Still not wanting to hold on this back. Some more on there. Isn't it cute? Do you think blowing on it makes it dry quicker? It's like blowing something for your kids. It's so cute. I could see even doing a whole, container full of these. Like if you had an oblong container, I could see doing them at different heights, up and down, and just have and it'd be cute sitting on your front porch or on your deck, or it'd be cute as a centerpiece. I think there's lots of things you could do with these. If you saw my craft a week or two ago of the big wooden flower that I did and then I cut out little petals out of the aluminum cookie sheets from the Dollar Tree, you could totally do that with these too, and so you could just do a variety of flowers. Now I'm going to come back, I think, and I'm going to take my black marker and just draw some little black dots on the center of the flower. Just about to get it. There we go. So cute. And then we're going to stick it in our pot. Like that. And so I am going to put some reindeer moss on top of the white styrofoam because that's not pretty. Probably ought to put a little bit of glue just so that it adheres to something. You could also use those floral picks and pin it down in there if you wanted to, or just some sort of pins to hold it in there. And if this is going to be inside, I don't think you're going to have any problems. But this just gives it that finished look. You know, you could use Spanish moss if you didn't want to use reindeer moss. Just whatever you have, whatever your preference is. But with the green, and the flower, I believe that the green reindeer moss is just so cute. And then I thought we could try to maybe put some viney stuff in here. Let's see. This stuff, I don't know. We're just gonna play with it and see. These pliers are not wanting to function. So it's just this kind of stuff. But I was wondering, of course I probably should have done this first, but I forgot. I don't think I'm even gonna like that. I don't like that. Let's see. I was trying to figure out a way to give the flower some leaves. So like this would totally, yep. Look. You could just do some artificial leaves on the stem. Now, the other thing about the stem is if you want your flower to be taller, then use like a dowel rod, or go out to your tree outside and cut a bigger tree limb, you know. This is just what I had, and so I thought that we would just use this, because plus I like these. So, another one. Glue it on. That is cute, you all. So cute. Look at that. Adorbs. Adorbs. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then I thought we would do a scrappy bow. So I picked out a whole bunch of ribbons. So we've got this narrow pink, we've got some wide pink, I've got these, and I have this yellow that's pretty, and then I have, you know, I was trying to find things that are small because I don't want it to be super big. So I'm thinking that this is going to be too big, so we're not going to use that. But let's go for some of this. And it's not going to be a very big bow, so I'm not going to make these pieces very big. So, do that. This has got a piece of tape on it. Okay. So we'll do that and that. And then let's just cut some of these that are open. Since it's got the teal in it, we'll do some teal. Actually, I've got this one already open, so let's do some of that. And another little piece. I feel like I'm all thumbs today. And lay that down. Problem is that I don't have any yellow, so I may have to go over to my ribbon and cut a piece. This is cute. It's just little puff balls. Let's put some of that in there. curled up for a while. I think I'm just going to use one of those because it's kind of bulky. Give me just a second. I'm going to get me some yellow ribbon. Some yellow ribbon here. Cut this in half. And lay that down. And then we'll go ahead and use a little bit of this. And a little bit more. And lay that down. Let me get a piece of jute to tie it with. Get it all tangled up here. Oh, sorry about that. So let's make sure we got these all put together right. All you're doing is making an X with all your different fabrics, or ribbons rather. And then pick it up carefully and then tie your string around it. Let's see. The hard part is trying to do this with one hand. I'm sorry, I'm all thumbs today, guys. It's ridiculous. Here we go. Okay, so then just tie it up good and tight. And then make a knot. There we go. All right. Just cut those ends off of the string that you use, unless it's decorative, but I didn't use the decorative, so actually have it on the top of the bottom of the bow instead of the top, I think. There you go. And then just fluff it up. And then I'm gonna trim it down just a smidge. I feel like it's just too big. There we go. It's cute. Isn't that cute? And then we can either, I think that it could go there, or it could go on the front of your container, or it could even go right there, and I think that's the cutest spot. So I think that's where I'm going to put it, because you know, every flower needs a bow, right? Now I was also thinking that we could take a piece of scrapbook paper and you could do a piece of ribbon if you wanted to decorate your pot, or you could do this pot is going down, so it won't fit. It won't lay flat, but you could make like a little banner type thing is what I've got in my mind. Something like along that line, and say Happy Mother's Day on it. You could do something like that. Or you could maybe just make like a little flag. Like maybe, oops, wrong scissors. Wrong scissors. You could maybe take just a little piece of paper, kind of like that, like about 1.5 inches, and then cut a little V out of it, like this. And you could put that in your pot, maybe even glue it to your stick or something. No, I'd have to work. Ah, that's what we could do. We could put it up there like that and write Happy Mother's Day on it. You could do something like that. It'd be super cute. I think that's actually kind of cute. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna write Happy Mother's Day on there. What did I do with my black pen? There it is. Or you know what? Instead of Mother's Day, I'm just gonna put I love you, because it's easier to write and it's smaller. So we'll put I at the top, and then we'll do a heart. We'll put a heart like this. And I'm just going over it so that it shows up good. And then the letter U. Like this. And then we take this and stick it kind of in behind the bow. A little bit of glue on it. Like that. Just something simple, truly simple. And I still think that it would just be cute if you had a piece of ribbon going around, and I think I'm going to. I want to put something around the pot just to give it a little bit of color. Because you know me, I like color. Got that piece, or we could even do this wider piece, but I don't think I'm gonna like that as well. Plus, the wider it is, the harder it's gonna be to get it to lay flat, because the container is not. Yeah, I think that's too much. But I totally think we could do, got this little rickrack stuff. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that might be adorable. Holy moly. You know, that's what I love about crafting. It's like, once you know it's right, you know it's right. You know, it just jumps out at you. Like, that is so cute. So I'm gonna put that on there. I'm gonna start in the back, and I'm gonna put a bead of hot glue, and I'm gonna try to do it as even as I can from the top of the vase, and then glue it down. Hard to get straight, especially with rickrack, because I'm wondering, you know, instead of gluing the whole thing down, I'm just going to do dots. I'm going to do one on each side. So now I'm on the front, and I'm going to do a dot on the front, and I'm going to attach it. And then I'm going to go to the side and do another one. And that'll help keep it straight. And then back to the back. Okay. And then trim it. How cute. And you may have to go back and touch it up a little bit and put a few more dots of glue on it. And then I'm going to put, I think I want to do another row down at the very bottom as well. So we'll start back in the back again. We'll do one dot. Oops, I'm just making all kinds of racket. Do another one on the side. And then the front. Where I think I am going to go back and just put a little bit more glue in places because it wants to slip. Is that not adorable? I mean, that is so cute and so fun and so easy. And I think any mother would just be thrilled to get this. Anybody would be thrilled to get this, especially if you do it in their style so that they can display it in their home. You know, this is just fun. So I hope you all have enjoyed this tutorial, and be sure to comment about it and let us know what you think, and we will see you all the next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.